The crux of the matter is that you need some technology. The good news is that the technology world is making that stuff much, much easier. So these days you can launch a store without ever having any IT infrastructure. So there are platforms like Shopify, for example. So the complexity that used to be involved in launching your own online store is rapidly decreasing, which is good news. Having said that, there are a ton of platforms. And so what we like to do at Emerce is offer ways of narrowing down the selection. So, some of those things that I spoke about today included budget available, how much time you have available as in your busy schedule as the retailer, and then of course looking at your existing teams. Do they have any preferences for particular technologies, or perhaps your IT department has some standards that you have to work within. There is no one answer. However, if this is truly a smallish business, then I would steer clear of the platforms that require you to have an IT team. So I would steer you towards a Shopify type solution. And then typically you can be online within 4 to 6 weeks at a very low cost. So the benefit of that as well for you is if it doesn't work and you have to close that online store, you've not lost much. It's less so the cost. I think people are quite good at budgeting for the right things these days. What's underestimated is the quality of photography, the need for unique product descriptions so that when Google is looking at your site, they're finding stuff that they're not finding at someone else's site. So you really have to consider a content strategy that is constantly updated, brings the very best photography to the site to increase sales, and that's an area that we see often underestimated by retailers. The best small businesses that start online do their social marketing and digital marketing the best. So I've seen some, this year especially, very small businesses that through constant use of and appropriate use of Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, they've grown to say 10,000 followers, and having gotten that base are able to then bring them across to the shop to actually start purchasing. So I think the reality is if you're a small brand, you typically have some unique selling proposition. Either it's a luxury design you've come up with, or it's a great price point. You've got to market it, and that's where social and digital marketing is helping companies like that.